Welcome back, guys. Today we will be discussing about the Antminer HS3 update. Now, the first update that I will be doing on this Antminer HS3, miner because of the handshake mining, which is coming up on 28th of April. So, I will talk about it later in this video. And there is another point that I think that I need to address. In my last video, Full Electric actually commented on my last video and saying that I should compare it apples to apples, right? I use Bitmain's price for the D9 and I use miner distributor price for the D7. Now he told me that you need to use both miner distributors or both Bitmain's prices, which is logical. I understand, but the point of view when I'm making that video is at that point when I make the video, uh, I filtered the lowest price possible or the most accessible price for you guys to have a better understanding on the prices at that moment. So I think that at that moment I use the Bitmain's 8,500 price for the D9 and the 3,000 something from the miner distributors, because that is the lowest price that I can find on online right now. Since it can give you guys a confusion, and plus ordering from Bitmain is much harder than maybe ordering from other miner distributors, I decided to and after some thought, reading that comment, I started to understand what is his point of view is, and I think that probably some of you guys share that point of view with him. Thus, I'm try to meet in the middle about my point of view and your point of view, and I decided to just not just give you guys one price. So I will give you guys probably the lowest price, maybe in Bitmain's manufacturer case, and then I will give you guys minor distributor prices, and I will name them. So you can just make your own decision in disagreeing or agreeing with my opinion. And I will give you guys all the information that you needed to make that informed decision. Anyways, yeah, that's a bit of tangent. So let's talk about the HS3. Now the HS3, it has if you guys see in the Bitmain shop, it is listed for $2,092, but it's sold out, so you probably won't be able to buy it. Or if you have already buy it, congratulations, but with a caveat, obviously. I will talk about it later in this video. Now, in BT Miner's case, it actually costs about $3,000, right? You can see here, $3,000, and hash is $3,700, and for some reason, Crypto Miner Bros listed for $6,100. Now, this is just my speculation since I never pre-ordered from any of them. So all these three have is still in pre-order. I don't have any pre-order with them, and I never pre-ordered from them. Is that this $6,100 is not really the real price of the miner? It's just like the distributor, in this case Miner Bros, just said, okay, you deposit $6,100, right? And we will use that money to buy the miner. Now, the miner, if the miner costs, let's say, $3,500, we will subtract from your deposit and then refund you the rest, maybe, right? So I think that is how they do it. Otherwise, it's just insane if the HS3 price is actually 6,100. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm 80% sure that is how they do it. Okay, but obviously this is just my opinion. If you guys want more details, go ask them directly, right? Go ask their sales team or whatever, right? So since their price is very very weird, we will not be using that price in this comparison. We will be using these three prices. Obviously, I am much more preferring to use these two because they are much more, since you can get it today. But I will include the Bitmain's original price just as a comparison. Okay. So first of all, as I said before, Handshake will have a halving on the 28th of April, which is 71 days time, which reduces the block reward from 2001 to 1000 HNS. Now this is a big deal. Okay, this is a very big deal, especially since it's only 71 days away, right? And you need to take into account that since this is still a pre-order, we don't know when this miner will ship. Probably at the end of this month, but still, right? You need to plan that in April, in at the end of April, your block reward will decrease and the profit will decrease. So let's talk about the profit. Okay. So for today, we check from what to mine. We see that I plug in the terahash and the power. We can get about 648.81 HNS per day. So this is our mining yield. So I'm using here HNS per day, and the HNS price is I use 0.03, which is the current price. 0.04, let's say it increased $0.01, and the rest, right? I'm trying to predict in the future how much HNS will rise or fall. I'm not sure, right? I calculated the expenses, which is $5 roughly for 10 cents 10 cents per kilowatt hour. So $5 for running this miner per day. And I will calculate also the profit, right? And the profit decline. So in this left column, right? In this left column, we see that our current hash rate, our current mining yield, and it yielded a couple of if at prices of 0.03, we have 19.22 gross profit dollars in dollars term, and you can read the rest, right? You can see that it's not actually a small amount, right? It's quite reasonable. If we subtract the expenses of the electricity, we see that $14 for a $3,000 miner is quite good, right? If we divided it, let's check how much is the ROI. Okay, so let's go here, divide by, let's use BT miners. Okay, let's use BT miners. It's about, okay, it's upside down, lol. So it's about 210 days, right? 210 days, that's pretty good, really, comparable to other Antminer's brand new miners, right? Like the K3 and K7. So it's a quite good miner if you can get at $3,000 if the block reward doesn't decreases. Now, what happens when it decreases? Now, I'm assuming things here that there will be no difficulty change, which is very, very improbable, right? It will change, but just a hypothesis here, and the mining yield will be cut in half, right? I divide this one by 2. The mining yield will be cut in half, and let's see how much it will affect our profit. So you see here that it is basically half the profit, right? Half the profit. And you can see from if the price doubles, the profit will be the same as our current profitability. So that makes sense, right? That makes sense. Since the price doubles but the mining yield decreases, obviously the profitability will be the same. Now, what about the profit, right? After expenses, you see that here that if the price doesn't move, it decreases from $14 to just $4. So it is around 67% decrease. So make sure you note this, that when the halving occur, your profitability actually don't decrease by 50%. Your profitability actually decrease more than that, because the percentage of your electricity doesn't really care about how much block reward you have, right? It will not move. It will be a fixed cost at $5 no matter what. Thus, making it possible that you may have a decrease of more than 50% when the halving occurs, such as as I calculate here, right? If the price doesn't move when the halving occurs, you lose 67.53% of profitability just like that, right? Just At that moment, you lose that. And if, let's say, the price increases to zero point 0.4, zero point 0.04 to zero point 0.05, then you also decrease about 59% to the 62%. Right? Even if you double the price, so you double the price of the HNS, you actually lost about 57% compared to if the block reward doesn't really change, right? So you see here, right? That if, let's say, the the halving doesn't occur, you can make $33 per day. So it's awesome. But obviously, this model doesn't take into account difficulty change. Okay, so maybe your profitability after the halving will be better than this because people started dropping out. Let's say their price point is not point 0.1 but it's 0.12 or something, and it has a tighter margin, right? Or they are using a less efficient miner like the HS Lite or the HS Box, etc., and they start to power down their miner because they're making less money. Then you stand to benefit that if you buy this, if you have this miner, right? But at the same time, this number is not really representative of the entire hash rate of the handshake miner because of the reason that these HS3s, this Antminer HS3, hasn't been fully shipped yet, haven't been fully delivered, and haven't been fully deployed yet. So we don't know how much the difficulty of the handshake will change, in 1 month, 2 months time, right? Before the halving. So sadly, I cannot, give you guys a good idea of how profit will change in the future. But in this video, I just want to give you guys a simplified model on what will happen when if the difficulty doesn't change and the mining the halving occurs. So what will be my recommendation for you guys if you are interested in buying any handshake miner? So not only the HS3 but also other Go Shell miners, other handshake miners, etc., is that I suggest you guys to wait. Really, to wait. And at least until the halving. I know from the other videos I said wait and wait all the time, but I think this one is really you need to wait because you know there is so much uncertainty in the future. Let's say the Antminer HS3 have been fully delivered in next month, and then suddenly the difficulty spike, right? The difficulty spike, your mining yield is like decreased by, I don't know, 40%, so it will be 60%, let's say. So you will earn on this same miner, you will earn about 384 handshake. And when the halving occurs, you only have 192 handshake per day. Thus, your profitability is only like 0.78, right? Dollars per day. And I don't think that is a good miner at $0.78 when you're paying about $3,000 for this miner, right? So it depends really on the when the Antminer HS3 deployment have been fully deployed, how much difficulty have been increased and how much the mining yield have decreased. That's the first point. That's the first variable that you need to take into account. The second one is actually after the halving, how much mining hash rate will drop off, how much people will stop mining handshake because it's no longer profitable, right? That's the second point. So now you see that it is quite a complicated problem, and we cannot just predict what will happen in the future. So that's why I told you guys to wait, right? We don't know. If you guys want to gamble, then sure. But if you are more of a safe guy, kind of guy like me, or risk averse, then I would suggest you wait. I personally will wait. I am interested in HS3, but I will probably wait until the halving. Really, maybe in May or June, I will buy the HS3 at whatever price it is, because at that time the price will have stabilized, right? We don't know if, let's say, the profitability decrease, the price will decrease also, right? We don't know if, let's say, the profitability price increase, the price will increase also, miner, right? There's just so many uncertainty, and I don't want to take care of the risk. Really, I don't want to deal with risk, and I'm sure that most of you guys also don't want to do it, right? So as I said, keep your, keep watching HS3, and keep watching any other handshake miners that you are interested in, but wait until the halving occurs, and then the difficulty adjusts first for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, and then you start thinking of buying the miner. Yeah, so anyways, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.